Yo, today your style is 874, and today I'll be doing my R6 tier list. I wanted to do this for ages, but I did actually know you could do it on the PS4. It won't be like the normal tier list where you drag like one up at a time and then start talking about each individual Seige op. Well, I'll be talking about each individual Seige op, but you'll see all my S tiers and then you'll see all my A tiers, and I have to do it like that. I can't drag one up at a time because it's on Internet Explorer, and I did stuff on like SHAREfactory and all that. Like, I don't have a PC and all that, but I'll get proper equipment. I'll get like a proper microphone. I'll get face cam. I'll get loads of stuff. But I can't get that at the moment. But I'll get that soon. In the next like couple of months or something. So yeah. So first up, let's talk about Ash. Another thing is as well, S tier's like Ash, Bandit, Legion, but that ain't the order. Like, it ain't like I think Ash is the best, then it's Bandit, then it's Legion. It's just like they're all just in any random order. But S is God tier for a start. Ash, even if I was doing that in order, would be the best up anyway. You know, like 5 speed. I'm telling you now, Ash is a 5 speed. There's no 3 speed to this op. 5 speed. Fastest op in the game. Facts. Facts. Everyone knows that. Every Siege player in the world knows Ash is the fastest op in the game. No hitbox. The hitbox is just a ruler. That's it. There's no hitbox. There's nothing to shoot. R4C, Unreal gun. G36C, the most underrated gun in the game for the secondary, primary gun. Good gadget, flashbangs, just everything you want. Bandit. Now with Bandit, it's more of it could be an A tier. It could be an A tier, but I put it to God because free speed, nitro, and how important he is to our defense as well. How important he is, because if you bandit trick Habanas and Thermites on a wall, that wins you the game. Easily. Easily. If your bandit gets both Thermites on that wall, you've probably won that round. You've won that round. Free speed, nitro cell, amazing gun. The second you can lock onto that recoil, amazing. Third Legion, game changer. Unreal operator, such a game changer. The gadget, the gun, one of the best guns in the game in my opinion. If you're aiming chest level and you shoot, the recoil naturally goes up and you probably get a headshot anyway. So even if you're not aiming like directly at head height, you'll probably get the headshot anyway. Goo mines, it's just a game changing op. Impacts, perfect. In my opinion, best defensive op in the game. Close with Valk. Close. It's between those two. Up next, Jaeger. One of the most important gadgets in the game. The most picked defensive op in the game. One of the most crucial ops in the game. Free speed. One of the best guns in the game overall. Just in general, like attack and defense. Just an unreal gun. No recoil on that gun. Fantastic. Yeah, just a brilliant op. Valk. Now, this op is such a sick op. So sick. MPX. Now, if you're sitting there like, oh, the MPX is a pea shooter. Listen, yeah, listen. One shot headshot for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Right, and I know the UMP, you say pea shooter for that as well. And like, I agree. When I get to Pulse, I'll say that gun's a pea shooter. You'll be like, oh, but you said one shot headshot. But listen, the MPX, it's just a headshot machine. Do you know what I mean? Any Valk main will tell you that the MPX is just a headshot machine. It just locks onto the head beautifully. Beautifully. You wake up in the morning, you spread that butter on your sandwich. Mmm. Yummy. It's beautiful. Trust me. Mmm. Beautiful gun. One of the best guns in the game. Trust me. Whew. Nitro cell, cams, you can put the cams anywhere you like. Just not on, just obviously not on some certain trees and some certain, and obviously certain like if there's a fan in the corner, you can't put it on a fan, it'll just fall down. If you put it on like on Villa, the cam will just pop, stuff like that. But you can put the cam 90% of places on the map. If the Valk's good enough in your game, can get some really good cams that will win you the round. Fantastic. Nah. I changed my mind. Nah, it's not Legion. It's Valk. Valk is the Tyrone of defense. Trust me. Sits on the chair, wears the crown, on the throne, all the operator, all the defense. See if you're a bandit main, if you're a Legion main, if you're a Jaeger main, if you're a Echo main, like, you can just sit down, mate. Sit down. Because Valk is the op to go. Trust me. Whew. Up next, Jackal. Jackal recently got a nerf. But the op still gets banned 24/7 because the op's OP. You get tracked, you're exposed. The whole team commits to that ping. You're dead. You have to retreat back to site. Yeah, it's such an OP op. Two of the best guns in the game with the PDW and the whatever the fuck the other gun's called, I forgot. CJW or whatever the fuck it's called. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, just like there's not much more to say. Like, all you have to do is use Jackal, and you know the op's good. You know what I mean? S tier. All right. Let's move over to A tier. Next on the list, A tier. Let's go. Buck could be an S tier, could be, but the only reason Buck ain't an S tier is because of how long it takes to control the recoil. But you control that recoil perfectly, that's an S tier op. But I put it A just due to the recoil. Frags, like, you can destroy the floorboard in like 0.5 seconds. You can clear a whole site just by popping the above. By going to one room above site, and you've just cleared out that one whole side of the site just by bucking above. Literally nades. Yeah, again, one of the best guns in the game as well. The gun's an absolute laser. You can control the recoil, honestly, trust me. Just in general, like, one of the best ops in the game, do you know what I mean? Like, Ash, Bucks, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, trust me, like, Buck's an unbelievable op. If you can control Buck's recoil, trust me, main and Buck is a shout. Capitail goes A because his firebolts can't be countered. You get someone in a corner, you firebolt, they're dead. One of the highest damage guns in the game. Smokes. Just in general, it's just an op that does go with the meta and does need to be picked, to be fair, on like quite a fair few maps. Up next, Echo. The only reason that Echo ain't S is because it just requires you to just like sit on your drones for the whole time. And some people just don't really like to do that as well. Great plant denial, but also if you stun them twice, that's your stun's gone and they can just plant anyway. And then obviously you've got another echo drone, but usually you have that echo drone somewhere else anyway, so you wouldn't get that drone there on time anyway to stop the plant. So that's why it goes at A for me. Definitely one of the best ops, definitely goes with the meta, but just for that reason, A for me. Pulse, If you know how to use Pulse, trust me, like if you get good map knowledge with Pulse, phew, good op, trust me, unbelievable op. You could do so much plant denial. If you're aggressive, you can run out on people. Yeah, the gun's a pea shooter, but what's stopping you from using the shotgun? Do you know what I mean? The shotgun's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? And like, the UMP's a pea shooter, but imagine this for a second. Someone with a heartbeat sensor that can see you through floors and walls and everything, running at you with the bloody MP bloody 7, mate. Like, are you fucking dumb, mate? Do you know what I mean? Like, he needs a pea shooter. It makes him balanced, if that's the case. Do you know what I mean? And he didn't even need a buff in the first place. He got a buff like a season ago, and he didn't even need that. He was already good, but now he's unbelievably good. IQ. Now, see, IQ for me could be a B tier up, but I'll tell you why. IQ, what IQ players do, right, is they don't go IQ for the gadget. They go IQ for that dickhead gun that everyone wanks over. It's the most overrated gun in the game as well. It's a good gun, don't get me wrong, but it's just not better than the R4C and Buck's gun. And just get in the bin, mate. Just get in the bin if you think that. Fuck off. It's not, trust me. Just get in that bin. Literally, if you think it is, just look around your room or run in your kitchen, open up the first bin you see and jump in it, because you're getting it wrong, mate. Trust me. IQ, it does not have the best gun in the game. Fuck off if you think that, right? And what people do, right, is they'll like go into a room, right, and they'll spend like 2 minutes in a round just looking for stuff. And even when they see like goo mines, they don't even shoot them. They're just idiots. Look, I'm telling you, IQ is a pro league up, pro league and diamond level up. Plats, mate, plats and golds like, oh, trust me, like for pro league, it's like an A to an S tier up. For like ranked, it's like A's for like the very high plat diamond, and then like a B for like low plats, and then like, oh mate, it's definitely like a C for like gold and below. Like, I don't think high ranks understand how shit IQ really is when you're a low rank. And like, right, at the moment I'm gold 1. I shouldn't be gold 1. I'm way better than gold 1. I'm like a plat 1 player, like a high plat 2, plat 1, trust me. I can play against them. The only reason my rank's low is because I play with shitters. Facts. And that is the reason why I'm ranting about IQ. IQ is the reason why you probably lose games. You probably got some dickhead got his gadget out looking for nothing, mate. Nothing. They've probably not even got a Valk. Say, what are you doing, bro? And the thing is as well, like, if you're going IQ, like, IQ could be used to call out stuff like where the frost mats are and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And like, if you're solo queuing, for example, and using IQ, you can't call those out. You can't. Nah. Just skims the A. IQ should appreciate what I've done here, putting that cunt in A. Right, next, Smoke. Yet again, Smoke could be an S tier, put in an A tier though, because it takes a very long time to control that SMG. I can control it perfectly, but it does take a lot of grinding to control that SMG. Smokes, shotgun, impacts, smoke, plant denial op, in the meta, perfect op, great op, but the SMG-11 just makes it an A. SMG-11's a great gun, but trust me, on console, A tier up. PC, S tier. Console, A tier. Alright? Thatcher. Thatcher, the most needed op in the game. You need them to breach walls, to take out the bandits, to take out the kids. You need he could be good for taking out other stuff, like disabling echoes, Falcams, taking out Legion goos, taking out taking out maestros. He basically just he basically destroys a maestro turret on his own. Like, he basically does that. Like, Thatcher is one of like the most crucial ops in the game. Like, you need him. If you're running a 5-stack and no one's running Thatcher, you're getting it wrong. Next up, Sophia. Sophia, now there's just a bit of biasness coming into it because I love Sophia. So, brilliant gun, brilliant gadget. It's basically just an Ash 2.0, but just not as quick and actually got a hitbox. It's basically like a nerfed Ash. That's what Sophia is, a nerfed Ash. So for that reason, she goes A. Vigil goes A, best roamer in the game. Facts. If you're sitting there thinking it's Cav, you're just getting it wrong. It just is Vigil, 100%. Because when you get droned, they can't check your actual position. Plus with Cav, like, most of the time you're not going to be winning like a long range gunfight with Cav's pistol anyway. And you should be running the shotgun. If you're running the M12 with Cav, you're getting it wrong. End of story. The whole point in Cav is to get an interrogation. That's the point. If you go Cav to like frag, mate, then Vigil's your boy. Do you know what I mean? Go Vigil, trust me. Yeah, brilliant ability. The impacts and everything. Best roamer in the game, facts. Right, let's go to B tier. Right, yeah. As you can see, I've now named them at the side because I found out like halfway through doing this tier list that you could actually name them. So as you can see, God, good, average, crap, and dog shit. Crap doesn't mean like when we get to crap for a start, it doesn't mean they're like really crap and like so unusable. But it basically just means why the fuck would you go the op? But we'll get to that. Well, let's go to average ops. Habana. Habana goes with the meta. Shite secondary. Very useful. Obviously, you need Habana to take out the hatches. The gun's very good. No recoil. Easy to control. It's a brilliant gun, but the only thing that lets the gun down is the magazine, and that's why it goes to an average op. Because let's be honest, if like Habana's ability was to like, if Habana's ability was like Sophia and Ash, where you can like a soft breacher. If Habana was a soft breacher, like who the fuck would use Habana? Do you know what I mean? Like it has to go to an average op. Thermite. Now, Thermite, if you're 5-stacking, yet again, like the Thatcher, has to be picked. He has to be. But the only thing with Thatcher is, as crucial as he is, you just have to go up to a wall and press the same button twice. It's not like Thatcher where you can also you can save a Thatcher. All you do is throw the EMP grenade at a wall, but you can also like deny echo cams and take out goose. But with Thermite, you just press 2 buttons on a wall. Like, it doesn't really require skill. The gun's not very popular. I don't mind the gun, but the gun ain't popular, let's be fair. It's just an average op. Twitch. Let's talk about Twitch, right? You're there thinking, like, Twitch, you're telling me he's not god tier or good. Listen, yeah. You're telling me, look at that camera. Like, look, no, not the camera. Look at your TV, right? Look at it right now. And with a straight face, speak to your TV and go, I use Twitch with a gadget. You don't. Shut up, mate. You don't. Get in the bin. You just don't. Echo is supposed to be used to take out Jaegers, goo mines. It's basically to do. Twitch is like a downgraded Thatcher. Pretty much. That's what the gadget is. It's basically Thatcher with a fat nerf. That's pretty much what Twitch is. Twitch only gets used for the F2. Twitch to me is clearly a fragger in Siege. You only go Twitch to frag. Ash and Sophia are the main fraggers, of course. And Twitch just isn't on Ash and Sophia's level, in my opinion. End of story. That's why Twitch goes average for me, because if... Obviously, I've gave you my thoughts on Ash. Sophia's clearly second to Ash. It's just a downgraded Ash. So why the hell would Twitch be on the same level as like Ash and Sophia? He isn't. Give me a good reason why he is. Do you know what I mean? Like he just isn't. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah, his gun's amazing, but like let's be real. Yeah, if Twitch was running like Buck's gun, Buck's got a really good gun, but he's got loads of recoil. If Twitch is running Buck's gun without the shotgun on it as well, without the shotgun, no shotgun, just the gun, alright, just the gun without the shotgun part on it, right, would you use Twitch? No. No, you wouldn't. Sorry, mate. Lion, average, because he got a fat nerf, which the whole community thought he needed. His gadget goes way too quickly when you start it up. He's just a bit too slow for my liking. His gun's good. His gun is good, decent. He's got a decent gun, but the reason why he goes average is because when you're planting the bomb, activate his ability. Brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Free plant, get it done. You know what I mean? If you're tracking down a roamer, you can activate his ability. Obviously, the roamer is forced to stand still. Gives you a chance to get to the roamer. You know, close him down. You know, but the gap for the gadget going too quickly, he'd be average. If he didn't get the nerf, he'd be good, or even god tier. But for that reason, he goes average. Maverick, he goes average. The reason why he's average for me is he would be good before the nerf as well, but they nerfed him. He didn't actually need a nerf. I'm sorry, he didn't. They gave him the fattest nerf going. When you're blowing a hole next to someone, they can hear it. All they need to do is pre-fire that hole and your head's off. Your head's gone. Your head's gone. Gone, mate. You cannot do anything. All you can do with Maverick is take out bandits and kites, and it's hard to take out kites because they're hidden. It's hard, and on top of that, you have to repel, and you have to take like a good 25 to 30 HP off yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's madness. He didn't need a nerf. You fucked up on that one, mate. Sorry. Average. Good op, goes with the meta, needed. If Factory gets banned, get the Maverick going. But nah. Don't need the nerf. UB fucked up there. Up next, Nomad. Nomad's got a really good ability to stop the runouts. Obviously, you can hear his gadget, so obviously you can hear like the BB beep shite, so you know it's there, but you can't really do anything about that, you know, like there just isn't. But you just can't enter that room. Of course, if you waste your nitro cell on it, you can also you can obviously get by it, but the Nomad will hear you nitro cell that and he'll be aware. Yeah. The gun's just average. The gun ain't really that good. It's got too much of a it's got too much of a kick in it when you shoot. I think I feel like if your aim's really good, that gun will just have shitloads of recoil no matter what. If I'm being honest, like the gun just naturally just goes in a circle. It's just what it does. It just goes in a circle. Like I suggest that when you're using that gun, you need to be very wary how high you're aiming. That you need that instant headshot, I'd say. Up next, Mira. To be honest, Mira could be good, could be in the good section, but put it average just due to the gun and how slow she is. But the gadget is so essential. If you don't man Mira, Mira just stands there, calls it out, waits time. There's nothing you can do. If the Mira just doesn't peek you like an idiot and buys time, easy wins. Easy wins, honestly, easy. I used to be a Mira main myself, trust. Yeah, so for the gadget, average, could be good for the gadget. I think the gadget is just Mira. That is what's Mira all about. It's all about the gadget. I think the gun just has to be bad to make the operator balanced. Obviously, Mira is one of the most balanced op in the game. You can't deny that. It just is. Obviously, it just naturally just gets banned just because it just gets banned just because it has to, just due to what a Mira can do. You know, deny plants, just buy time, give the calls. There's so much a good Mira player can do in that situation, and that's why it always gets banned. But just for the gun and the speed. And the range on the gun, just the gun being trash in general, it has to go average. But I can see why it's a bad gun and all that. You know what I mean? I fully understand it, but it is an average op. It's not a crap op. No, if you're one of those people that think it's a crap op just because of the gun, mate, then you are an idiot and you just should not be playing the game. Up next, Cade. Right. It's Bandit's alternative, but what people don't realise is Cade was Cade was made in the game to stop the hatch being blown. That's what Cade was made for. It wasn't made for it. It can be used for a bandit alternative. Obviously, you may know that, but it is to stop the hatch. All right. Obviously you're supposed to use the shotgun with Cade. The shotgun's pretty average. It's not that good. I'm pretty sure it got a nerf. After it got the nerf, it was just pretty crap. Ain't really that good, to be fair. It's alright, it's not the worst. The secondary pistol's ass, but the gadget's good, and Cade's obviously useful. It makes him go average. Maestro's a brilliant op. Plant denial, LMG, rotation pistol, impacts now. Nah, Maestro would be in the good section, but the only reason Maestro's not in the good section is just because of how easy it is to take out his turrets. That is it. That is the only reason he goes average. If it wasn't for it to be so easy to take out his turrets with the twitch and the EMP grenade and all that, he'd also be good. Could even be god tier in some people's mind, just due to like the rotation holes that you can make, impacts. You know, you can make loads of holes. You can make peak holes. You could hold 90 hallways with his cams. You can do so much with Maestro. It's unreal. Plant denial. You can stop thermite. On some maps. You know, like that could be a bandit alternative. Yeah. Brilliant. Next, Doc. Right, Doc for me, right, is the most situational op going, mate. Listen, a Doc never docks you, he just docks himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just does. He just does. Like, the teammate, 1 HP, needs to be docked, and this wanker's there like, I've picked Doc for a reason. I'll lose all my gunfights, so I need to dock myself midway through the fight so I'll win it. That's what Doc's used for, and that's why he's average. If people docked, he would still be average. If people docked teammates, because for me, Doc's just like an op for, like, I don't know, just crap players. Do you know what I mean? Like, players that need to be docked. That's what I think. I think Doc's just for people that they're not confident. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not confident in their ability, and they know they need that extra health. Like, if someone's sitting here, they're like, "Oh, we'll dock," or like, "Dock the team," and then your team's sitting there like, "I don't need dock," and you're like, "But I'll go dock the team." Then shut up, mate. You're getting it wrong. I'm telling you, you go dock because you can't win fights. Shut up. Get over it. Average. Ella goes average just due to the Scorpion range. I've sniped some people with that Scorpion. I've got, if you want to go and look at my past videos, I've got some nice kills with that Scorpion. That Scorpion is not a useless gun. The Scorpion's absolutely rapes, destroys at close range. Best pistol in the game. Good gadget. Obviously, like, when someone walks into the gadget, they can't control the recoil for shit. Free speed. But what doesn't make it good is the fact that she doesn't have impacts, and that instantly obviously just makes her worse than Vigil. And that's why Vigil's good and Ella goes average. If Ella had impacts, then of course straight up to good with Vigil. Maybe even debatably better than Vigil. But nah, the impacts, you know, if like you need that impacts when you're roaming. Next up, Ying, LMG. Well, I think Ying's gun's an LMG anyway. Either way, it's a fucking LMG, alright. 50 bullets in a mag. That's not an LMG. Look at your screen and tell me 50 bullets in a mag isn't an LMG. Look at it. Nah, shut up, mate. That's an LMG, mate. LMG. Obviously, you can fucking flash a whole entire room. You obviously use the gadgets for plants. Use the gadget for an easy takeout. Claymore. 50 bullets in a mag, like what I just said. Yeah, it goes average for me. Mute could be crap, but the only reason he's not crap is just because of, like, if you're roaming, like let's give Oregon for example. Like, if you're Mute and you know how to use Mute and you mute the whole of meeting, and you mute the main stairs, and you also mute the hatch. They'll struggle to blow the hatch. They'll have no intel on stairs. They'll have no intel in meeting. They'll have no clue, and that's why mute's good. But considering how the gun's average, and most of the time mute just isn't needed. Like, it just isn't. And how easy it is to take out mute jammers as well, and how big some of the maps are, which also means you can't stop drones from going into some of the main rooms as well. And yeah, for me that just makes mute an average op, you know. Yeah, let's go to the crap section. Yeah, cool, right, crap. For me, like, yeah, again, this doesn't mean they're crap. Like, I know it says crap because I didn't actually know what to name that, but I'm putting them crap because it's like, why would you go them? Like, why would you go cav? Like, why would you go cav when, like, you've got Vigil and Ella that can roam? Like, why would you do it? You've also got Pulse that can roam. Like, why would you go, like, pretty much the second to last worst roamer in the game? Why? Just because he's got a cool pistol and you can interrogate? Like, oh, just fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even gonna give, like, my description in this cunt because he's just not that good. Everyone that goes cav is just a bunch of godly noob fanboys. The op's not that good. Castle, he goes, like, why would you go on a game? Because, yeah, he can be used on some maps. He can be, and he can be very useful, but on and all, sometimes he can just fuck you over, and, like, there's just points of the game where you need to, like, break down a door, maybe if you need to, like, clutch up or something, and if that castle wasn't there, you would have clutched up, pretty much. Obviously, like, the gun's crap, but, like, as well, like, obviously, like, I was saying that Pulse's gun's crap, but he needs it to make him, balanceable, but Castle doesn't need a shit gun to make him balanced because his gadget's not even that good. Do you know what I mean? Crap gun, crap gadget. The only good thing about him's impacts. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just isn't that good of an op. Dokkaebi, it's like shit. Like, his fucking marksman rifle's average. His secondary's pish. Like, even when you're calling someone, like, if you're, like, looking for a roamer and you call them and it's like, buzz, you know where they are, you can also, like, go and get the, like, give the call, you know where he is, you can, like, hold an angle, you can, like, get, like, you can also, like, you can easily, like, kill a roamer, but, like, it's just, like, just because you're calling him, it doesn't mean he's paralysed. It's not lying before he got the buff where he just had to, like, stand still like an idiot, unless he, and then he's, like, fully exposed. Like, you can get phone called and move. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not completely useless when you're getting phoned. Nah, don't know why you would go on Finca yet again. Like, the gun's just shit. Like, if, like, the only good thing about Finca is the fact that Finca's got frag grenades. That is it. That's the only good thing. Like, the gun's just average. The ability, like, yeah, like, it makes every op in the game have, like, it makes every single gun in the game turn into a laser for, like, 10 seconds. It's only 10 seconds. And, like, the only reason you would ask for a think, like, if you were like, can you go Finca, please? Yeah, like, why are you asking someone to go Finca? Is it because you're that shit in a fight you need your gun to be, like, an absolute laser? Or what? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you ask for it? What, you asking for it for the extra 20 health? Like, no, you're just not. Or 30 or whatever the fuck it is. I've not used it up in fucking ages, so I don't know. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like, why would you ask for a Finca? Like, end the story, mate. Finca's shit, mate. If you're sitting there like, Finca should go with the meta, very useful operator, very good. Like, shut up, mate. You're getting it wrong. Frost. Right. Frost, mate, listen, it's just for a bunch of dickheads that can't win gunfights, so they put down the most retarded Frost placements going, and obviously when they see injured on the side of their screen, mate, they get an easy pick. It's just shit. And it's like, oh, but it denies enemies from coming in our room. No, because if you just do an upside down repel, you can shoot the frost mats, you can ash the frost mats out, you can buck the frost mats from underneath. It's a crap op, come on, it's shit. Why would you go it? Yeah, the gun's good, obviously, but the gadget's just shit. Like, fuck off, it's a pussy op. Like Sledge, the reason why he goes crap for me is just because of Buck. Like, if I see a Sledge instead of a Buck, then I'm going to be fuming. Because it only takes like a full day bashing a Siege, or even like 2 days of Siege, to get Buck, because he's only 10k renum. Why would you waste your time with Sledge? Like, it takes longer to destroy the floor. You're exposed for like a good 2.5 seconds, because it takes so long to like get back to your primary and move after you sledge the floor. The sledge hole on the floor isn't even that big. When you sledge a wall, you have to crouch or vault, so you have to crouch while sledging it and crouch underneath it, because the hole ain't even that big. Obviously his gun's unreal and he's got frags and all, and that's brilliant. And like, in general, Sledge is a good op. Like, he'd probably be like average, but he goes crap because why would you go on when there's Buck? And like, why would you go Buck and Sledge when they do the exact same thing? They do the exact same thing, they have the exact same job. They both have frags, they're both used for vertical play. They're both used to clear out sight from the above. They can both do the thing where you throw your nade on the floor, then buck and sledge the floor, so the enemy doesn't see you throwing the nade down and gets caught by surprise. They're both used to the same thing. Why would you go on? Capcan, yet again. Right, listen. Why would you go Capcan? Can I get a... Right, so listen, like, imagine, like, you've got a guy called Timothy in your game, and he's your IGL, and he's like, can I get a Capcan, please? And, like, someone picks Capcan, and, like, they're like, oh, why do I go Capcan? And obviously, like, the data, I don't know what, I forgot what it's at. Like, let's just say he's Timothy. I forgot what I named him already. Timothy. Alright, Timothy. I think I said it Timothy, but anyway. Like, and he's like, oh, because I want you to go Capcan, because it'll take 30 HP off the operator when he runs into it. Like, just fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't need Capcan. You don't. Because it's just an extra... All a Capcan is, right? When someone runs into it, it's just an extra bullet. You just have to put an extra bullet into them. If he doesn't run into that Capcan, you just have to put, like, one more bullet into the cunt anyway. Get in the bin. Capcan is not needed. And someone ain't going to run into a Capcan more than once. You're only going to run into it once. And then obviously it's going to be at the back of your mind. You're going to be alerted. Capcans. Even if like you're drone and like you see Capcan, like I'm really bad for this. I forget Capcan is on the other team and I end up walking into one anyway. But when you walk into the one, that's when your brain gets a red light and you're fully alert. Like, oh, there's a Capcan there. There's a Capcan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're alerted. You know that there's a Capcan. Do you know what I mean? But nah, the gun's shite. The gun is just shit. The ability is just pussy. It's a pussy ability. Fucking... I swear the bastard used to have impacts. He might still have impacts. I don't know. The op can fuck off, praise, basically. Rook... Rook goes crap just because they took impacts away from him. Simple as that, really. Like, obviously his armor's useful. It's like one extra bullet or something. You get down by a claymore rather than get killed by a claymore. The gun's obviously good. So it is a good op, but just no impacts, man. Like, why? Why? Do you know what I mean? And like, the op ain't average. Like, if you're like, but you've named all those good things, so why ain't he average? But like, Doc's there. Like, why would you go Rook when you've got a Doc? Do you know what I mean? But Doc's better because obviously you can stim people if obviously the Doc decides to fucking do that. But Rook doesn't have impacts, and that's just like, why? Like, that's a nerf. Why did he get the nerf? What the fuck was the point in giving Rook a nerf? Do you know what I mean? Ubisoft fucked up on that one. Okay, final ops, dog shit. Right, yeah, right. Sorry, dog shit tier. Okay. Let's do it reverse way. So let's go from Chachunka Clash, like Chachunka Clash, Glass, Monty, like, or backwards. Okay, let's do it backwards because I want Alibi to be last. Alright, Chachunka. Nah, yeah, Chachunka, right. Chachunka is just a meme. His LMG shit, it's easy to kill him, you just throw a nade, it's just easy to kill Chachunka. End of story, he's in the game for memes and bans, he's crap. Clash is just shit, because yeah, you can deny a minute and a half of a round if your whole team gathers around you and plays well as a squad, but on and all you need to do is get knifed a couple of times and get shot and you're just dead, and you just are. Like, you could do that like 360 shot and go for the headshot, but like, if the guy knows what he's doing when he's running at a clash, then the clash is dead, mate. Like, fuck your crappy 360 one tap to the head push. No, he's shit. It's a shite op. Glass. Obviously you throw your smokes and you stand still, and like, yeah, Glass can be a good op, but his gun's just weak. The gun's shite. Do you know what I mean? Like, the gun is just wank. It's not a good gun. End of story. The guy's been buffed and nerfed like 50 times. It's just a fucked up. Monty, right. I know Monty's not a dog shit op. Monty, if like, it's like, listen. This is why Monty goes dog shit, right? Because a fucking Monty, you could just stick your worst player on that op and give him some specific instructions to just not put down his shield. He just has to fully extend the shield and give calls, and even if he doesn't know calls, all he has to do is ping, and it's so basic, because if all 5 of your players just feed off that Monty and go behind them and one flanks behind you, like, if the Monty listens, it's a win. It's a broken bastard of an op. If you're smoking, you do a back plant and no one can stop you. If you nitro cell directly on him, he dies. But if you nitro cell 2 centimeters of fucking away from him, he doesn't die, because the shield tells you to do one. And when the bomb's down, you can't beat the Monty. You just go in a corner and you knife him, and you hope for the Monty to be an idiot and pick you, but he doesn't challenge you. He doesn't challenge you because the Monty knows. And obviously, like, everyone does it. Like, you fake defuse, and obviously you do it a couple of times, and you hope he peeks you. It gets to the point where you've got no time and you defuse, and he just kills you, and he laughs at you. He's like, ho hee haw, like, he just laughs at you, and there's nothing you can do. He's like, he's a cancer op, mate. Get him out of the game. Fuse. What, like, why would you ask for Fuse? Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, who goes Fuse anymore? Do you know what I mean? Like, the gun's shite. The AK's pish. The sight on it's wank. Like, you can put hollow in it, I suppose, but nah, the op's just wank. Like, you go above, and like, the sound's so instinctive, you know to get out the room anyway. It's not hard. The op's just wank. Shut up. End of story. Blitz, like, I've put on dog shit just because he's a shield op, in all fairness, but he's just dog shit anyway, because see if the Blitz stuns you but misses the stun and you're not actually stunned, he's dead. You just knife him once and he's dead. He can't do anything. Nah, they proper fucked up Blitz, and good on you, for that one. Good on you, because Blitz just shouldn't be in the game. Blitz is a failed op. Shield op should not be in this game. End of story. Blackbeard goes dog shit as well. Puts a shield over his face. Obviously, he's shite on console. He might be good on PC. Might be a fairly good, like, decently picked up on PC, but nah, trust me. Like, on console, like, his shield's like a one tap. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, his shield is like a one tap, and he's only got 20 bullets in the magazine. Like, 20 bullets in a magazine. Like, how shit is that? And his shield's like, I know it'd be difficult for UB to do this, and like, even if they never done this, I don't honestly give a fuck. Like, I don't think it's something they need to like proper focus on, because other stuff they probably need to focus on. But it'd be sick if they done like buffs and nerfs for console and PC separately, because Blackbeard genuinely needs a buff. But the only reason I wouldn't give him a buff is just because how broken he's been in the past. And like, if they buffed him to the point where he would just be broken again and overpicked, then you know what I mean. So I think they should just keep him the way he is. But overall, at the moment, he's just dog shit. Right, alibi. Right, we're at the moment. We're at the moment, boys. We're at the moment. Listen. You listening? Oh, just fucking listen to what I have to say, yeah. Oh, listen. Tell me what this op is useful for. Like, when you pick alibi, tell me why you're picking alibi. Because he's not the best roamer. He's not better than Vigil. He's not better than Ella. He's not better than Cav. No, he's not. He's not better than Pulse, who you could roam with, like, use as a roamer. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not. Like, he's so shit. His gun's balls. His gun is horrendous. If the guy's 5 centimeters away from you, you can't get him. The range is horrendous. The ability shit. The ability fools no one. Come on. You know when someone's just standing still, not even ADSing. It's obviously not going to be the actual alibi. Like, come on. Do you know what I mean? And even if, like, it does somehow trick you, you're only on the ping for a second anyway. So it's not like you're fully exposed and you can get seen through fucking walls and, oh, I can't do anything. Like, you're pinged for a second, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're pinged for a second. So, like, you're going to get pinged and the alibi is, like, going to fucking floor bang you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just shite. I watched a Ubisoft video and it's, like, explaining on every single op, and I watched, like, 5 minutes of it, right? And I got to alibi and I clicked off it. Alibi was made for confusion. To confuse the enemy. Who the fuck gets confused by his fucking gadget? Nobody. Nobody gets confused. It's a shit op. It's a terrible op. If you go him in ranked, you're getting it wrong. He's fucking useless. He's useless. He's not more... Honestly, he is the worst op in the game. He's not more useful than Bandit, Legion, Jaeger. He's not more useful. He's not more useful than a Vigil, than a Doc, an Ella, a Mute. He's not more useful than any of those ops. He's not. Why are you going on? There's 5 ops to pick. You have to pick one. Why are you picking Alibi? Why aren't you picking Bandit? Why aren't you picking Jaeger? Why aren't you picking Echo? Why aren't you picking Smoke? Why aren't you picking Vigil to maybe go and roam? Why are you not picking someone needed? Why? Do you want to lose? Do you play Siege to piss people off? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you genuinely play Siege to piss people off? Get in the bin. Alright? And to finish off this video... I sent this image to my mate, and on this site, Gridlock, Mozzie, and all those ops weren't there, so I got him to like Photoshop the ops on, and obviously I've got a separate screenshot of that, so I'll bring it up now and we'll talk. Right, okay, well this is a screenshot. Obviously, like, it's a lot bigger, and obviously Mozzie, Gridlock, Goyo, like, all the year 4 ops are a lot bigger, but that's just how he had to do it, because they couldn't get any smaller. But, yeah, so let's just do it in order. Mozzie goes good, obviously, 2 really good guns. He's got a rotational pistol. He basically has free cams, because if you get free drones, it's basically like free vault cams, but on the ground instead of up high. If your Mozzie just sits on a drone and gives calls left, right and centre, then you've won, basically. Yeah, the 2-speed. Obviously, obviously, I'm not saying it's a free speed up. I'm not saying the speed's unreal, but he's one of the faster 2-speeds in the game. Because, like, even though Ubisoft say like they're not like 1 or 2 or 3 speed, like everyone knows that some 2-speeds are faster than some 2-speeds, and some 3-speeds are faster than some 3-speeds, and all that. That's like how it works. And Mozzie's 100% one of the faster 2-speeds. His carbine or whatever it's called, obviously a really good gun. His other guns like an absolute laser, mate. You get into a gunfight with that, you're winning, trust me. Not much ammo, but it's an absolute laser. Yeah, it's basically a B-Tech Valk. It's an amazing op, and that's why he goes good and not God, because obviously he's the B-Tech Valk. He can't go up there with Valk, you know. Up next in the average section, Gridlock. Gridlock for me goes average just because he doesn't get picked often, but he is a good op. He's obviously got the what I call the rotational pistol, which basically he uses that to take out hatches. Obviously his spikes get stop flanks, but also it like as a defender, like it only takes like a couple of bullets to like shoot all the spikes away. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not hard to get the spikes away. Obviously that gives away your position, but it's not hard to get the spikes away. Do you know what I mean? And his gun's alright. It's not the greatest. It's alright. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely up there, but nah, the op for me goes average just because how easy it is to take out his spikes and how fat the op is as well. Like how fat that op is. Do you know what I mean? Like you can spot a Gridlock a mile away as well. Do you know what I mean? Like it's. Yeah, and the hitbox is massive as well. Like it's such a massive head. You can't miss the head on that op as well. Like it has to go average. Amaro goes average, just because yet again the op doesn't get picked much. It doesn't really go with the meta, and the reason why it doesn't go with the meta is because I don't think people understand. I don't think people quite understand that what the op's used for. And yeah, it's just simple as that. People just don't understand how to use the op. How you use the op is you drone out a room, and obviously you get for example, like on Chalet, you get like a butt from below to like butt the whole room and clear it out. You get someone to drone it. You'll say it's square. You'll rappel in. You'll also plan, and also you'll get someone at one window. You'll also be in trophy. You've planted, nice and sick, and that's what the op should be used for. But nah, the op will get used more when the op gets used in Pro League, and when the op gets used in Pro League, people will understand how to use it more, and obviously it will go up to good, probably most likely good, because the gun's good, the gadget, it's a game changing op, it's a game changing op, it's a very good op, but no one really knows how to use it, and that's why it goes average. Next, crap, Goyo. Yeah, again, why would you ask for a Goyo? Do you know what I mean? Like the mini mirrors, like you can barely see through them because of that like red pile of shit that's on the shield. Obviously in some situations, like if it's like a one-on-one and someone's not in sight and they jump over the shield and like you shoot a bullet, then it takes some health away from them. But like overall, like the gadget just ain't that good. Obviously it's Mira's gun, which is shite as well. The op's slow as fuck. Like, it's just that op, like, why would you ask for it? Do you know what I mean? Dog shit, Warden and Nuke, like, such disappointed ops, like, so disappointed. Like, Warden and Nuke looked game changing, and they're not. Because Warden is so situational, it's rare when you see a smoke plant, and you have to be alive for that smoke plant as well. And, yeah, he's got the MPX, which, yeah, again, I say there's a headshot machine. But Warden just ain't needed. He ain't needed. You don't need him over a Pulse or a Jaeger or a Legion or a Bandit or a Maestro or a Cade or a Miro. You don't need him. Like you don't. He doesn't go with the meta. He's just not good enough. Basically, he's just simple as that. He just isn't good enough. You know what I mean? Knock. Obviously, like when you're watching knock footage before the op actually came out, obviously he was visible to cams. It looks sick. Obviously, it looked like at the time it looked like that Nock could just get away with anything. Like obviously, like you knew at the time like the cams would like fuzz, but you didn't know his exact position. But the thing is, you do know his exact position because the range is dead for Nock. Do you know what I mean? Like it's dead. Like you know where Nock is, even if the camera's fuzzing. Like you know where Nock is, and like his ability doesn't last for an extreme long time. The gun's average as fuck. The gun has no recoil, fair enough, but the gun just is average as fuck. And yet again, it's basically just cav of the attack. It's just a bunch of godly noob fanboys. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's my tier list video done. I hope you guys enjoyed. There'll be another video coming out in the next 2 to 3 days. Like and subscribe. Peace.